Hey, good morning, Dimitro. Can you can you hear me? You're muted.
I'm apologize. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, good, good.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. The day only started, and I'm expecting that is going to be promising.
Good, good. I am hopefully. Let's give it just a minute. I've asked Todd to join as well. Todd's our CEO.
Yeah, I understand you mentioned that he's going to join us today.
I sent him the link. It's so squirrely. We're communicating through Upworks.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome! There he is.
Hey guys, sorry about that. How are you?
Good. I'm glad. I'm just glad all the technology worked. I was just saying how it's a little bit squirrely, just connecting only through Upworks, but I'm glad it worked this time. So, Dimitro, is Oris going to join, or is it just us three?
No, I suppose he will be absent today because he's relocating. He decided to relocate from Jacksonville, Florida to somewhere to Kansas City. I'm not sure about this, but he told me that you would be responsible for today's call, and I will share all the information with him later if needed.
All right, that's fine. All right. So so you've seen kind of the tee up and what I sent then in terms of what we're looking for.
Yep, give me 1 second, please. I saw your description, your task description, and it was a little bit confusing because I have a very small piece of the information. So let me show you how I understood this, because to be honest, I visited the AutoGen website. This is like a very brand new technology which Microsoft created like probably 1 year ago. And to be honest, I'm not familiar with it, because how I understood how it actually works is there are two virtual assistants, and they are negotiating with each other, and you like a third party, and you become like a controller. So you give them a task, they will try to negotiate it, and during this negotiation process, they are trying to create something what bring value to your product or what you're trying to create. This is how I understood this.
Yeah, kind of. So the whole notion of agentic AI is that instead of, so oftentimes people think of the LLMs as the as what AI is, and it's far deeper than that. And if you were to ask ChatGPT, yeah, just as an example, I forget his first name. Is it Stevening, Todd? That there was a research study, and if you ask ChatGPT like 3.5 a question, I think it's 45% accurate. 4.0 is 65% accurate. It might be slightly off on my numbers, but when you use agentic AI, it's 95% accurate. And the theory, not the theory, what happens is that you're assigning these virtual agents to do specific tasks, and they are working essentially together, feeding each other. And by the way, that 95% is using ChatGPT 3.5, but using it through this agentic AI kind of approach. So that's what we're wanting to build it. Now we don't know. Yeah, I put in the description AutoGen. There are other tools out there. For example, we believe that the leaders in the space right now are between AutoGen and Crew AI, are kind of both on top of this process. So we have a particular project in mind where we would like to use what one or the other. I mean, we would be less. We don't have to specify, but we'd want to use essentially a agentic AI approach to solve a specific problem, and I can talk about the specific problem as well. But let me stop there for a moment.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add a little bit of information about the ChatGPT, because as a freelancer, my boss Orest also use it very extensively. For example, it helps us to create a lot of documents, a lot of scope of works, and what we both noticed that it works really good if you provide a very, very good scope. I mean, for example, please create me some stuff with a lot of restrictions, like there should be an article, there should be deliverables, there should be a solution or something like this. When you provide a very strict credentials or very strict limitation how to do this, it works really great. And as I know, recently a new feature came out. It's like ChatGPT 4.0.
Oh, yeah.
I did not test it. I have not tested before, but I think it's also going to be promising.
Yeah.
And
no, it's outstanding. I will say, even from the 4 Turbo that we were working with before, the 4.0 is even much better. And then they're going to have a desktop application for that, which will then have we'll be able to view your screen and be able to answer questions, and it'll have a voice component to it and all this. So it's pretty phenomenal. But I think just real quickly, Dimitri, on the AI thing, it's really about collective intelligence, where we could leverage open source models, which are more cost effective, and have an agent using this open source model to do one aspect and then pass it on to agent number 2 to do the second step. So that collective intelligence, that whole agentic world, is what we're very bullish on creating. I will say that, could you do that? Yeah, by writing just a bunch of Python scripts and making it all happen? Of course you could. But these frameworks that exist, the AutoGen and the Crew AI, which are just 2 of many, are designed to make that a more low code, no code experience, right? They're designed to make it a more easy interface to accomplish that task. So, and so that's why we're proposing to use those. It's just
so it's actually, it's not just kind of the Todd and I have had a lot of conversations about this, but the way I think about it is that the LLM itself is the kind of the tip of the iceberg to get to everything underneath. What's underneath is other libraries of tools that will also need to include some Python, some programming to connect it all together. But let me just give you, I'm going to share my screen and just give you a feel for what specifically, we're looking for in this project. And the ultimate question is this something that you could scope out and would be interested in doing. So let me just, let's see, I think if I do this. All right, are you looking at a Visio document here?
Yeah, but
okay.
the font is really small. I can barely see the text.
Okay, so the general, is that better? Can you like read this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's better.
So let me get it centered and start from the top. So in this project, essentially what we're thinking about is trying to generate customer quotes through specific, adding a gross margin, handling customer responses through a system of agents. So in the end, we've got a customer who has hundreds of documents stored. They're generally PDFs, and they could come in a variety of forms and such. So this is the way we think about stringing it together through agentic AI. And it's a series of 6 agents, one specifically designed to, essentially the RAG process, analyzing the actual documents. Another agent would be generating the quote. There's a human proxy agent that it triggers the whole process of allowing a salesperson in this case to kind of make changes to a document. There's an email communications agent that's essentially sending it to a customer where there's interaction, and then ultimately storing the response, creating that handshake with the customer, and then storing a response. So that's the general way, excuse me, in which we envision this working. Each one of these, while whether it's Crew AI or AutoGen, again, that's these, but none of them work without other technology underneath it. So if it's a RAG process running for the excuse me, just the PDF analysis, that might be a combination of it would probably take some Python programming. It probably takes some other things like the LangChain library of other applications and tools to actually do it. But the whole point is that you're not going through one LLM to trigger the entire process. You're saying, hey, one agent, you just do this and feed it to the next agent, and they are, kind of working in concert to create the whole process.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me explain how I understand all of this process, because we have not a similar task, but we have the same task in other environment. I can share you some information about, because for one project, we also had a lot of PDF and docx documents, but the problem here is that all of that documents was has the same structure. I mean, it's like, for example, there was some information here, and all of the documents, the structure of the documents was the same. But here you told me that there would be a bunch of different documents, and we need to analyze each of them separately. Yes. This is, so our approach, which we applied in the past, would not work here. And as I understood, you want us to create all of these agents using the source code, which is publicly available, because I have already checked the GitHub repository with this AutoGen, because it's like they don't have any license right now. It's like a public project and so on. And you want us to create these agents from scratch. Is this what you're going to do us?
Yes. that would be the work to be done.
Mhm. Okay. And as an outcome of our job should be some artificially generated file or quote, which should be checked by the real person, for example, like a real agent.
Yep.
After the real agent will check it, that there is no mistakes, everything looks good, you will send it to your customer or to the shop, how you mentioned in your job description.
Yep. And we want that to be automated as well. So within this human interaction, once you're complete, say, yes, it's good. We want it to automatically be emailed. We don't want them to have to attach that to an email and store it and all that.
Mhm.
So we're
Okay.
looking to, kind of automate this entire stream of work.
Okay. Can you tell me what kind, how much time do we have for this project? Because, this is like, I don't see any obvious solution how we can do it like directly. We need to experiment a little bit, we need to play around with all of this code, which we will provide it on the GitHub repository. And only after that we can make some solutions, because, there are a lot of different type of code. We have on our side a very experienced developer, but we need time to like understand this code, because there is a bunch of codes there, and we need a little bit more time to analyze it. So tell me, please, how much time do we have to make a small preparation in order to understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a week. No, I'm joking. This is an interactive process. So we are actually, so we're kind of working to deliver all this, not currently using agentic AI. So we've actually got this process kind of nailed down already, using LangChain and Streamlit, and we're able to read the documents of different formats by chunking it up. But our goal is to see what it would take to this is kind of over engineering what we actually currently want to deliver to our customer, but we want to do it kind of in anyway. Because we think this is the kind of the future of AI right now. So, I mean, it's kind of it could be a collaborative process. It's hard to answer the question. I want to deliver it as soon as possible.
Well, I can answer it.
Okay.
I can answer it. I would say, within, I would say within 4 weeks, and the AI, the AutoGen is something that I know. Look, I went in there and in a day was able to kind of get my arms around it. You guys could probably in 2 hours. It's pretty intuitive. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a tools. You create tools. All that means is you either have APIs or you write a script, right? Then you assign those tools to agents, and you kind of drag and drop them. It's very intuitive, and but for us, it's, I guess the thing that we're really missing is the term I would use is that full stack engineer. That then once we get it working within AutoGen, how do we now deliver that to the customer? And that's really where we're lacking the skill set. If that helps you. So I would say from a time frame, we would want to knock this out within 4 weeks. I think, we could do it where we say, hey, you guys handle it all. Here's the deliverable. Boom. That's fine. Or do we somehow collaborate on this, leveraging your, call it full stack engineering expertise? There's 2 ways to potentially approach this. And that's why we wanted to do this via call, because this is somewhat unique. We realize you guys haven't dealt with this before, but not many people have. Therein lies the opportunity and the challenge at the same time.
Mhm.
And
Okay, Todd.
just to add one other thing, kind of based on, we did the website project. And that was, very, very, very defined. This could be one, what we really, in the end, is again why we're having the call, as Todd said, because we could see it going one of two ways. Either a very defined project, here it is, go figure it out and deliver it to us, let us know, let's agree on, duration and cost. Or, as Todd said, in general, we have these needs. So is there a different way of looking at this as kind of part of partnership of resources along this journey, participating in this project, and also being a in general full stack engineer. I don't know what it would look like through this Upworks model, or but obviously we're doing work beyond just this as well.
Yeah, I've got your idea. Also, you mentioned in the job description that we need to negotiate right now the protection of your intellectual property.
Yes.
So what does it mean? It means that does it mean that we need to sign up an additional NDA before we start our cooperation, our job, or is there any other stuff we need to do before?
Yeah, I mean, it would pretty much look like that. We'd want to put together something that essentially that, once you build it, I mean, the skills you would own, of course, you're learning something new in the project, but the results, the industries, the actual tool, we would own. We wouldn't want you to take that and then, essentially go sell it, the work product, to others. That's what we're looking to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I understand you. So I think right now the best what I can do is just to go to my team. I mean, just to speak with my developer and try to like explain everything to him. And he needs, I think, like you mentioned, 2 hours, but I think it will take up to 1 day. And we will discuss all of this, like try to approximate how much it will cost, how much time it will take. And after that, I will provide you my proposal or scope of work. It's on your decision. Yes, with my estimates. This is the best what I can do on this stage before we like sign up everything, before we go to the NDA and some other stuff. And also, I think, yeah, I understood what the idea, what I'm going to do. But first of all, we need to go on this Autogen website and check everything like, we can do this, we can do this, here is a problem, I don't understand this part, or we don't know, we don't have an access to this code, for example, and so on and so on. So yeah. By the way, can you please send me this document if this is not a part of the NDA, or this is impossible on this stage?
Yeah, there's other stuff in this, but I could, I will get you either the whole document or pieces of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't want to like make a print screens. I just want to receive this document like in a more convenient way, so I can discuss all of these with my developer.
Yep. Actually, I'm wondering.
That's fine. You can email that to him.
Yeah, I may be able to. I'm wondering. Upworks. I like it. I obviously connected us together, but I'm also a vocal critic of. Yeah, see, I can't. Oh, well, let's see. Well, let me paste that. No, it won't. So doesn't make it easy to just send things back and forth. But I'll get that to you.
Okay. Actually, for all of our clients, we recommend like we provide our own credentials like email or some other messengers like WhatsApp or Telegram or other stuff, because as you may know, to send in any credentials through Upwork, it's not secure way.
Yeah.
I understand by default, Upwork is providing you some sort of NDA agreement. I mean, if you provide some documents to us, we are not able to share it, but technically speaking, everything is possible.
Okay.
So
great.
if in the future we are going to share some sensitive information, I will send you my email, and we will do it through our email. Okay.
That's much better. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
put it right in Upwork? So I'm going to put so that picture did come through. Is there anything, am I breaking any Upwork's rules by like sending you my email address?
No. If the client send some documents, for example, email, this is totally fine. But if I, as a developer, will send you my email before we sign up any contract, Upwork will count that we are cooperating outside of the platform and can ban my account. This is not what I want to do.
Right. Okay. I was able to just send that in Upwork, send a screenshot of that, and I send you my email address.
Yeah. So I think I will reply you on, today we have Tuesday, on Thursday about this. So I will bring you a result, and if you agree with my condition, after that on Friday, I will provide you a proposal with all of the estimates.
Sounds great.
Very
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Dmitry.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.